Wena nsika eqondile yezilinganiso.
Wena nsika eqondile yezilinganiso.
Mphephethi wakho konke okubi.
Mphephethi wakho konke okubi.
Ukuqhamuka kwakho kuyinkazimulo.
Ukuqhamuka kwakho kuyinkazimulo.
Amazwi akho aliqiniso.
Amazwi akho aliqiniso.
Ngazise ngakho konke okungaziwa.
Ngazise ngakho konke okungaziwa.
Ngena ezweni lamathongo.
Ngena ezweni lamathongo.
Ubike isikhathi.
Ubike isikhathi.
Wena mbali wasezulwini.
Wena mbali wasezulwini.
Oguqula ingxabano libe yinguqolo.
Oguqula ingxabano libe uqolo.
Wena ufundisa ngamazwi kaMvelinqangi.
Wena ufundisa ngamazwi kaMvelinqangi.
Ngicela ubuhlakani bakho.
Ngicela ubuhlakani bakho.
Nesinqumo esiqondile.
Nesinqumo esiqondile.
Ngena kuleli gumbi.
Ngena kuleli gumbi.
Uphephise umkhumbi wami.
Uphephise umkhumbi wami.
Obhekise izindaweni zamathongo.
Obhekise izindaweni zamathongo.
Djehuti mlomokazi.
Djehuti mlomokazi.
Nkosi yokudweba.
Nkosi yokudweba.
Mlobi wamagama ahlengekile.
Mlobi wamagama ahlengekile.
Aseseti. Nkosi yezwe lemithetho kama-athi.
Nkosi yezwe lemithetho kama-athi.
Mahluleli wamakhosi amabili.
Mahluleli wamakhosi amabili.
Alwayo eper-up.
Alwayo eper-up.
Mlomokazi.
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 Djehuti.
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 Djehuti. Djehuti.
Bayethe wena mlobikazi.
Bayethe wena mlobikazi.
Womphumelo wezilinganiso.
Womphumelo wezilinganiso.
Wena ulinganisa isilinganiso.
Wena ulinganisa isilinganiso.
Salapho kulinganiswa khona inhliziyo nophaphe.
Salapho kulinganiswa khona inhliziyo nophaphe.
Lukama-athi umthethokazi.
Lukama-athi umthethokazi.
Djehuti mlomokazi.
Djehuti mlomokazi.
Wena owazidalayo.
Wena owazidalayo.
Mahluleli wendlela.
Mahluleli wendlela.
Ndukuyobukhose namandla.
Ndukuyobukhose namandla.
Wena nyoka yenkuselo ewajerti.
Wena nyoka yenkuselo ewajerti.
Mvuseleli weziqu.
Mvuseleli weziqu.
Onikeza umphefumulo kuzinhliziyo ezibuthakathaka.
Onikeza umphefumulo kuzinhliziyo ezibuthakathaka.
Mgcini wobufakazi basemandulo ezweni lokhokho.
Mgcini wobufakazi basemandulo lokhokho.
I-amenteti.
I-amenteti.
Wena ukhanda lenkankani.
Wena ukhanda lenkankani.
Wena mazi wazo zonke izimfihlo.
Wena mazi wazo zonke izimfihlo.
Wena omazi wancibilikisa zonke izingxabano.
Wena omazi wancibilikisa zonke izingxabano.
Djehuti mlinganisi.
Djehuti mlinganisi.
Wena ubala zonke izinkazimulo nezithunzi.
Wena ubala zonke izinkazimulo nezithunzi.
Zemimoya.
Zemimoya.
Wena lungu lendlunkulu yamadlozi.
Wena lungu lendlunkulu yamadlozi.
elinesipho siyisilinganiso sanaphakade. Wena uhlala ezinzulwini zomhlaba. Wena wafakazela wasamvuseleli. Ngobusuku bempikazi yaseyuno. Amandla akho asekhoneni lwakho lokwazi konke. Izwi lakho linamandla. Djehuti. Lokhu kungukudumisa uDjehuti umlomokazi. Indodana kaMvelinqangi noNomkhubulwane. Wena nyanga evela ngobuhle. Wena nkosi yokuqhamuka. Kukhanya amadlozi. Bayethe kuwe nyanga enguDjehuti. Inkunzi yaseKemelu. Wena uhlala eSert. Wena uvulela amadlozi indlela. Mlobi wazo zonke iziphimiselo zabo. Mazi wezimfihlo. Wena uhlukanisa izinkulumo kulomhlaba. Mahluleli wabo bonke ezweni lamathongo. Wena buso obukhaliphile emkhunjini wanaphakade. Wena mthwali woluntu. Owazi wonke umuntu wesilisa nowesifazane. Ngeziphimiselo zabo. Wenza isenzo sehlulele umenzi waso. Wena ujabulisa umvelinqangi uRa. Ululeka inkosi yamakhosi. Umazisa ngakho konke okwenzakalayo. Ekuseni uma kuphuma ilanga. Uya ezulwini uphethe umbiko wayizolo. Wena mngani ohlakaniphile waseyuno. Wena wazisa ngakho konke ubuhlakani. Bamathongo. Wena wazi ngaphakathi labo. Uphinde ukhanyise amazwi abo. Ngiyakudumisa wena mluleki okhaliphile. Kwindlu nkulu yamadlozi. Wena ukhumbula imizuzu. Wena omagama aphila kunaphakade. Djehuti. Amlomokazi.
moment. Let's take this moment. Smell Mama Dros. Smell Mama Tonga Samba now. Smell me. Our bodies. Because every communication that we do, it has to be done through our bodies. This is the time. Smaller city. We didn't create ourselves. There's an energy that every day carries us from our comfortable homes and it brings us to Scotland. With no fail today, we give gratitude. We give love. Sithi mathongo siyabulela. Sithi kumajolo jolo inkomo. Umphango wami uqengeka. Sithi sibeleko sami. Wena dlozi lami. We made an agreement. So we will take it from a point of no one can understand. And I made an agreement. Now it does. So pitch more than Syrian here I made an agreement. To all of us here, we made an agreement. So which is a tata, wherever we took it from. But it's forever a journey that we don't understand. But we have a capacity, we have all the love that we ever looking for. It is all inside our bodies. It is all inside our bodies. All we do is to connect. How do we connect in this crazy world? In this world that is full of doubt. In this world that is full of hate. In this world that is forever criticizing us. How do we find the moment of connecting to who we are? But we made a point that, you know what, no matter what, we come as Godwin. We come on a Sunday morning and we come to just to understand where is this button that we've been looking for? How do we unlock the spirit that resides in our souls? How do we find the moment and really connect to the feet that are forever drumming to the drums of this rhythm of the soul? We are forever looking and searching inside our hearts. How do we unlock and forever find this peace, this love, and all the excitement that we are? But we come here with so much love and so much pleasure because we know that the story never started and ending. All we do, we are just carrying on the journey that was left by our ancestors. And by doing this, we are celebrating us, connecting to them. Where do they reside? Where do we find them? They are all in our bodies. All we do is shine school. That is what we do here, Scotland. Sizovusa sivuselele mathongo. Sizovusa sizogida. Sithi hayi ke thina ke. We made a pact. We met before. There's never a beginning. There's never a start. We said that, you know what? So by saying that in the Buddhism tonight, this is our home. The Kaya when we come here, we just open ourselves to that innocence that resides in us. This is the place where we come and we truly become what we never thought we would be. Because there is a story that was written. Now we are changing the tune by understanding the beauty resides in all of us. We've traveled so many miles apart. Who are we? And we come now, it's good. 897 Fiera Street. This is the place that now we come and we gather and we say we are the melanin. That is why our hair is so black. That is why our skin is so black. And by that we understand that melanin is never the color of the skin, but is the communication system that was ever created, so that we are creating to whom and who we are. So we understand now that the eyes are not just black because the sun is shining and is rising. They are black because that is how we communicate in America's way. So now we come and embrace. So we're going to come today and really learn about the media and the communication. Nsingiza does that with so much love. Because what he does is to teach us what is it that is really taking us away from ourselves. Because the journey is to listen to the drums that are forever beating in your heart. The journey is to understand that your tongue is forever creating. The journey is to understand that your mind is creating your day to day. That is why in each and every second you have to ask yourself, what am I thinking? Where is my mind? What am I feeling? Because we're talking about resonance here. It goes in my mind, the resonance is seeing me. Is it creating love? Is it creating division? Is it creating hate amongst us? And that was the research that was done by Unomzamo. That was the research that was done by Nsingiza. That was the research that was done by Mkhulu Nsingiza. Why are we so divided amongst ourselves? Why can't I see the beauty that I am to all of us? Because beyond all of this, I am you. Beyond all of this, you are me. So we gather here to make sure that it's a ruler and open all the doubt that was ever created. And we come out and we're that beautiful flower that was forever created. We manifest in the beauty that we are. Please, Mkhulu now what we're going to do again, we're going to have announcements because we all know that CRV, Limpopo problem. I can see the voices that we carry all the way from Makuba's Kloof, Dimbengeni waterfalls, the great Zanin, Gongoa. Here we go, Mudemule, the Tropic of Capricorn. That is the monument where we are going. We can feel Romakado there. We can feel this from Messina. They'll feel our sound. This group, they'll feel our when we go and meet new souls, we carry the best of us. We carry the best of us. As our stars here, we sing when we get there. We're going to be celebrating it. The ceremony is called Izibu, which is the lotus ceremony. Now, I know the question that we always have is, but why do we have to do that? Now we understand, because here we follow the African calendar. Okokobetu, their education system was nature. So what they used to do, they would study things that resemble our souls. Now, if you look at the lotus plant or flower, in fact, the one particular that they use to study, it is the blue lotus. There is a blue lotus tea that you can also buy. Now, what they use to study is, remember, we all come from the womb of a woman. That's where the creation starts. It has to be a female. It must have a womb. We all know the womb is a muddy place. In the muddy place, that's where the lotus plant grows. It's a watery space. It's muddy. But out of that mud, you will find the lotus. Now that they learned that it doesn't matter where you grow up, it doesn't matter what your story, your pain that you carry, but always know that it is all about the decision you take right now and you become the beauty that was intended to be. There is an intention in everything that happens. Your mother and father had an intention to have a child. You must have an intention to live the life that they created. It doesn't matter the pain that we go through. Women, we know that there's that collective pain that we do after 28 days. That's what gives us creation. Without the 28-day cycle, we wouldn't be the women that we are. So in all the muddy places, all the dusty streets that carries our souls, we are beautiful. So now this ceremony, this is what we're going to learn. We had one last year because I also started in the season of Djehuti. What you are learning there is to connect to yourself. This is an example. Next time you see a lotus flower, understand that it carries something that you can learn from it. That is why Tukok is going to do now, teaching us that makes us connect, vibrate on a higher frequency. Because when we are born, the reason we see each other is because our frequency is low. Now, because it is so low, we think the world starts here and it ends here. No, there's other frequencies that are making me be able to speak right now. Where is that voice coming from? Where is the love coming from? Where is Ukita? Where is the sound coming from? When the car passes here, you feel the sound. But what is making the car move? It's an energy that resides in all of us. What makes the plants, while looking at Mkhulu is having nice tomatoes, where is that coming from? So that is the gift you have. But all you have to do, stop questioning yourself. Just let it be. And that is where we always suffer, is to connect to who. And by not connecting, that is why we are forever vulnerable. That is why we forever not knowing who we are. Because we are so scared of this communication system that we are forever loving, we're forever looking, but we're so scared to listen to it. If you understand spirituality, spirit souls, they listen. They listen to whom? They listen to their bodies. Because they understand that this is not the body. This is the instrument that was created so that they can connect. I woke up in a very good mood today. And I know that we're having a good day. So that tonight, whatever we do, as I'm saying, sitting is cost. Now that is that are assisting you to vibratiness doesn't mean that worship this. Worship you. Because you are this. You see this? You are this. In everything we do, we are that beauty that we forever. Everything is in us. So we come here and open our voices. Asimziso, thank you so much. It's time for thank you. So now, give us our announcement.
acknowledging amatoma namadlozi. We gather here every Sunday at 897 Pineal Street, Orlando East in Soweto for our lecture Mkhulu. We are in the season of Djehuti Umlomogazi, the deity or principle of wisdom, knowledge, writing, communication, and so forth. Ausheba Djehuti is depicted in human form with the head of an ibis, a bird that represents knowledge. Djehuti. Djehuti. I'll be reading the things that align us with the season. The season starts on the 23rd of November to the 23rd of December. Inyanga, it's November, Ije, Agate, Umbala, gray and white. When buying an agate, get it in the color of the season, gray and white. Insimbi, lodestone. Impepo or incense, known as electricity, would be eucalyptus. Amaka, Saint Neroli. Isihlahla, pomegranate. Izilwani, inkankani, ibis. Imfene, baboon. Indlulamility, giraffe. This is the book that I'm reading from, the African Royal Calendar. The same book Mkhulu is from when we are doing Imparting. Do get yourself a copy. Go on the website www.gekmovement.org. The digital calendar is also available at 50 Rand. Anyone who would love to donate, please do so on the website. And any form of donation is also welcome. Find us, follow us on all our socials. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. This also helps with algorithms for more people to find this content. On Instagram, Twitter, GEK_movement, Facebook, YouTube, Great Empire of Kemet, Bona Bakulu Basekeli. That's our private social account. Do engage, share content, and ask questions. The Royals are available to assist. On Wednesdays, we give platform to Black-owned businesses to advertise. For that, email info@gekmovement.org. On the market, Renale Memgo Mezulu, to those of us who are here, with Mastori Herbal Products. She also has picture frame arms. We also have Truth Seekers craft. Wow. Am I correct? Yes. They have jewelry, they have anks, neck piece, rings, please do check them out. Okay, on the 22nd of December. On the 22nd of December. Okay, on the 22nd of December, we are going to Tropic of Capricorn Monument in Limpopo for Izibu lotus ceremony, the summer solstice. We will be experiencing the longest day of the year. This is where we will be bathing in the purest of form of hydrogen. The sun will be closest to Earth in the southern hemisphere. We will be leaving on the 22nd of December. We will be leaving from here as Bodwe, coming back on the 23rd of December. Please RSVP with proof of payment no later than the 15th of December to info@zinzimandelafoundation.co.za. Check out the poster on our socials for banking details. The price is 700 Rand inclusive of transport and food. Those who will be driving, it's 150 Rand per person for food only. We have exciting news, and also if you don't have access to email, you can WhatsApp the number on the poster. Exciting news, the Kemet church is here. The Kemet church is here. Everybody who was present at the Credo Mutua village on the launch of Mkhulu Bomoya, do check out your inboxes for the link to Play Store to download the Kemet chat.
Yes.
Okay, over to you, Lucas.
Let's give Bob thank you so a round of applause. That sound, guys. That's the sound that is coming from the because you listened.
Hey.
Just listen. As I said, the journey of spirituality is to listen. But who are you listening to? And why should you listen? There is a communication that is happening in our bodies, whether we like it or not. So thank you so much for always making sure betunana umsamo in our homes. It is a place that grounds you. It is a place where you take off your jackets, you take off your shoes, Ted, and you open your heart. Because you are this beautiful flower. By talking and loving everything, they wound your heart. So that's what Partner is to give gratitude. After 12 noon, what happens? 6 a.m. Masivuga. Always remember that, because Masivuga ilanga inamandla carries. Because remember here, it's the African calendar, meaning we are following the sun. Because okhokho bethu, they realize that that is the source of our energy. Without Umvelingangi, there wouldn't be life on planet Earth. That's just what it is. So now we are Mtela Umvelingangi. What is it that you would learn? But another thing that I always do, Mangpata, because you're following African calendar, which means you're following nature. Now, this is the 3rd month of the African calendar. As Mkhulu said, now you've planted a seed. When did you do that? September. Then the 2nd month, yaktini now, imbewu yakho. And now it's getting the words now. The roots. Now look at a tree. When you are planting a tree, you plant a seed. And then that seed, yakum. Then the roots, where do they go? Down. This is what is happening to you now. You are being rooted to what you have planted. Be aware of that. And don't give what you have planted a moment of doubt. Don't give what you have planted a moment of negative frequencies.
Yes.
This hard work that you've done in the past 2 months, you come to Djehuti now. You've got all these negative vibrations around you. You are killing what you have planted. The next thing you're going to say, this African calendar doesn't work. But what is not working is you not understanding who you are. You're not understanding, but your mind is watering what you have planted. The tongue is forever creating what my heart is feeling. When you wake up in the morning, what is your intention? What do you want your day to be? That is coming from the heart. That rhythm, it goes into your mind and it goes into your tongue. You are creating. You are manifesting to the beauty that you want. Now Mkhulu is going to talk about such a sensitive topic, media and communication. But as I always say, we are spiritual beings. Which communication are we talking about? What media are we talking about? Now Mkhulu taps on into the political side, because that media, that communication affects our souls, affects mimoya yetu. And then he goes to the health system, he goes to everything that is affecting our communities. The chaos that we live around. Now when he teaches us, Mkhulu, he does it so beautifully because he wants us to learn that each and every time you communicate, who are you communicating to? If it's bizumdane close, if it's bizumdane tongue, you will think twice before you communicate because you understand that you are the brand yamadlozi. You know, we don't look at anything, we look at Amadlo. I represent also Pete on the in whatever I do, I have to understand which brand am I killing. Because they have plugged into my body because I'm the communication system. What language are they feeling when they are listening to me? What am I feeding them? We're born for only one reason, to love. If we don't know how to do that, let's do conferences, let's do seminars, so we teach each other how to love one another. One end, it's enough. Let's create a media that is promoting the melanin that we are. Let's look beyond. There is no flaws. We are perfect the way we are. Let's educate, not criticize one another.
Thank you.
There's a thin line between educating and criticizing. Watch your tongue. What is it that you are creating? I'm done with this. This is your moment. Open our hearts. Open our souls.
Oh, Jesus.
Tina sizwe Abantu bangathi babuka the way sisemoyeni ngakhona bayibuze ukuthi manje labantu how can they sing a sad song in that way? Ngoba le ngoma ibuhlungu. Kepha thina that is how we communicate. Isikhathi lapho bamamele khona. Mayese unokuza kahle, unokuza kahle. Mayese unokuza kahle, unokuza yilo-ke isizini leyo ukuthi sikhiphe konke okungaphakathi efubeni. Sicele wona umoya ukuthi kube wona osihola. Namhlanje sikhuluma ngoJehuti, umahluleli, the judge. So it means ukuthi it cancels everybody who thinks yena une-right yokujudge abantu. Munye umahluleli uJehuti. Hey, leso lokho sijajana nayisebenzi leyo nto. You understand? Ngoba ultimately uJehuti uye ozobe eloba makukalwa inhliziyo yakho. When your heart is weighed against the feather, Djehuti is there. And the futhi uyena umahluleli kwimpikazi between uHeru no sex. And the mesikhuluma ngokukhuluma ngaleyo nkulumo sithi umahluleli kwimpikazi between uSet no Heru or Asa no Set. Sikhuluma, we are not talking about something that is external. Sikhuluma ngalo Set no Heru ongaphakathi kwayo. uSet no Heru is inside you. Jokuthi every minute you are confronted with that decision ukuthi wena ngabe uhamba no Heru noma uhamba no Set. Hey. So umahluleli ke uJehuti wahlulela lapho ukuthi njengoba kuyisikhathi sika Djehuti communication is affected. Especially when you are out of alignment. There's a umuntu that is out of alignment. Inkulumo nje iyabheda. And abantu abarealize ukuthi lezi zinto esikhuluma ngazo ziyaphila. Okay. Obekunyathelwe kuzo kunjani? What is happening in social media? Currently, so much miscommunication ebantwini. Why? Because uma umuntu kumele ukhethe uheru noma ukhethe uset. Awukwazi ukuyibamba kuthiwa inkunzi ezimbili ayihlale esibayeni sodwa. You need to choose one. Ifana nani lento? Ifana with perception yakho. Right? I-narrative yiyo creator perception. If i-narrative ihamba ngale ndlela national, isizwe sonke will have a perception it is. What drives that? Media and communication. So, esikhathini esiningi abantu ba-abuser uJehuti. Bama-abuser ngokuthi ba-communicate izinto ezi-wrong. Miscommunication and deliberately. So that iqiniso never comes to the fore. Bayaplana kanjalo ngivela inqama ufana ne-electron. Ayibambeki lento yenza kanje all the time. So ngivela inqama unjalo, angithi ngivela inqama ugesi. That is why it's called electron. So manje ke i-electron ngivela inqama lo. Angeke umfake khoneni. Utshele wena ukuthi no uzomgavuna. Umfake kulento wena oyifunayo. Ngoba inkinga yethu has always been like that. Ukuze sithole in this condition that we find ourselves in, it was because of media. A lie that is repeated over and over and over and over. Is so this is what has helped us as African people. What sustains the colonization of the African person's mind today? Media. Hey, amang. Labantu bahamba bayo kala makampani la media. Yini media? Platform of communication. The media is the platform of communication. Meaning Mkhulu, the colonizer, who's in a package on the continent. He came complete with the package. Ukuthi ngizobarobha la. Bese ke ngimaintaina lo butsotsi ngale media. Uzwe abantu abamnyama sebekhuluma ngokuthi we are in a democratic centralism. I'm a Democrat. I live in a democratic society. What is democratic society in South Africa or Africa in general? Media made you to believe that. Hey, what has made you, Mtomnyama, move away from nature? Media. Ngoba iti media kuwe. Ukuhlonipha ilanga nenyanga. Ubusathane lokho. Who is promoting that narrative? The media. Hey, and the perception driver in action. Is the narrative, the perception, which is created by the narrative, which then drives your actions. Sikubona ukuthi noma ukhuluma noma uhamba, you are still a slave there's still a residue of a colonial mindset like Kandalab. So he's cutting it so clean it. You need to clean by firstly understanding how you are prepared. The constitution to protect that. Media. In South Africa today, and Africa in general, is ruled by the media. Saba decision. Mele uzoleta 10 billion life. Fale, article eso ngosubanibani in that department. So uyasaba nawe ukwenza ama decision. Bagcina benzani babuyisela imali emuva. It's all the media. And the media says nothing when there is 500 billion missing, which was meant for the majority of the people. But you need it. Why? Because Leo 500 billion went to their companies. It was meant for white corporate. Ubani mnyama na ilokshini nasema kaya benefited out of that. No one. Is the media. So the enemy angempela is the media. Is the media. Yingakho sizama ukuthi si set up ama platform ethu. Ngoba when you are vocal about these issues, bayakhipha kulama platforms abo. They take you out. Because they know and realize the power yale media abanayo, influence. Buga lo mfana lo bathu bani lo khose yonke lenqabani. Odeleleo mama ngale ndlela ukuthi ahambe ukukhuluma izinto ezirong bani. McG. Una 4 million followers. Kepa, he's not using that platform to re-educate abantu abamnyama. Uti, abantu abamnyama who follow him, they love the content which destroys umuntu omnyama. No, akayiphimiselanga. Kepa, so ungashayina uthi wena we have 2 million followers. But what are you doing to correct the wrongs? You're doing nothing. Why? Because man, it has nothing to buga u one lowe I public protect. Busisi. Huh? I know you. I know you. Ikhuluma ngomkhwaba. Umkhwaba nabamshaya nje. Ngoba uthinte the wrong nerve. Megetshela amabhunu ukuthi you guys stole the money from us. You need to return that money. Absa. Bakhona basayikhumbula leyo la. Amabhunu were given money ukuthi bahamba bayo save Absa from collapsing. I-government yethu yakhipha imali to support i-Absa. But i-Absa manje is giving us a middle finger ukuthi angeke inyuke leyo mali. Manje ke uyabona ke ukuthi bamshayelana ubusisiwe. Izinto ezinjalo. So media is very powerful. Yes. Abelungu uzwa 94 abelungu were given ama handshake ama billions, meaning ukuthi the South African black government offered abotsotsi, thugs and thieves that have stolen everything from us. When everything is supposed to come back to us, then we offer them a handshake. hayi lama generals lanka awathole lama billion ahambe vele. Who is paying for those billions now? It's us. That is why akuna mali to service our own infrastructure. Besides the abadlile, ama billions that were signed by Obotata to about declared. Who speaks about that injustice? Media will never raise such issues. It was an injustice. Ukuthi after abantu, they stole our economy. They stole our land. At the end, mokumele basinike lokho kwethu. Thina kumele sikhiphe lokho esingena futhi beyingekho leyo mali. Bayoyiboleka leyo mali. They borrowed that money so that they can pay the white people who stole everything from us. Then it's justice. Because basitshela ukuthi no, lamabhunu lanka, they were prepared to continue with the war. Bangakanani lamabhunu la South Africa? Singakanani thina? Noma bangaba namabhoma angakanani mangeke basiqede. Bayoshaya the first wave. The second wave yobagwinya bonke. Hey. Manje, because of you had already told yourself ukuthi wena you are going to beg. Be a beggar. Uzubathandaze, please ningahambi. Don't go from South Africa. We need you. Kanti kulabo ngabe savula amagate khona. Let them go if they want to go. Yes. Ngabe le road esikuyo. Ngaba sikho kuyo. Hey. Media izo complainer. Well, I'm not condoning ukuthi imali yethu idliwe mhlaba. Kepha le mali kamsholozi yini compared to what you declared did to us. It's nothing. But today, media, it pushes the narrative ukuthi uZuma is the most corrupt person in South Africa. Bayekabo Rupert nabo Oppenheimer. The most corrupt people in our country. Nale Piabo. Namagupta. Had nothing to do with us. They were now envious of the Gupta family. Ukuthi they are close to the seat of power. But now they are no longer in the loop. That is why he even threatened Zuma ukuthi he's going to withdraw his investments and keep the South African economy. Economy yakhe vela kayibulale. It's not our economy. Who says the South African economy is ours? Uonani. What you own? Hey, makutiwa le randi liyehla. Lehla laba. Ubano namapiliyoni bank. Umlungu. Hey, manje wena media, it has changed your perception. Yes. For you, ukuthi soba naleyo fear. Nkosi yami. Hey, now we right. Khona intomkazi nomvula yataliwe man. Sondapa. Bathi intomkazi reckless. Beyikhuluma kanjalo. Vela niwe sondapa. Alisebenzeli makhe. So, for us to be able to be truly liberated, we need to set up our own media houses. Njengoba sesiqalile. There's no way which we are going to win this war. Mesiloko sibhekelele labantu. siyabonga sibona umveli noNomkhubulwane sine website sesingena manje ku Kemet check solandela ngani market Kemet marketplace ama platforms lapho these are platforms that are guaranteeing ukuthi we will never be sabotaged again. Khona manje sisancenye SABC eTV 405 for exposure because they are not interested in anything that builds umuntu omnyama. Yeah, mawutrash umuntu omnyama uloko wenza lezinto lapha stage, they love you. They will give you so much airtime. Why? Because you are not promoting ukuthi umuntu omnyama avuke azazi abe ne dignity. Do you know ukuthi mama before lento ukuthi baloko badansa ngalendlela badansa ngayo these days asabo mama phela show siyagula nje sonke indlela esenza ngayo ayina sithunzi. Yes. Do you know ukuthi before abo mama would be forced to be put in that position? The way umuntu omnyama begene dignity ngakhona, he or she was frowning upon lento eyenzakalayo manje. Ayenze ngoba umlungu ebeke isibhamu la. Athi if you don't do this, I'm going to shoot you. And uzokudubula vele ufe. Phambi kwabanye. Phambi kwabanye so that babone nabo ukuthi if umlungu uthe mele kube njalo. But manje ke these days mama baya volunteer. Hawu Nkosi yami. Mama they volunteer ukwenza lezo zinto. Why? Because sisahlakazekile. Remember ukuthi ilanga represents consciousness. So Tina, we are part of that consciousness. We are piece of that consciousness yela. And what unites is into behind ukhulukhulwana. The blackness. This is what unites. So manje, Tina, we are that blackness that doesn't operate when it's divided. Yes. Yes. We are that divine creation which is still linked to the blackness. Bayibizani bathi the dark matter. Bathi dark matter. Nothingness. And Tina Sita see nothingness. It's eternity. Yes. Eternity because it continuously produces through Mvelingang. Without that blackness, Mvelingang wouldn't be able to burn that blackness to produce a consciousness that is hydrogen. So, ivalwe yini yonke le media. Imedia yiyo evale yonke lento le. Bakunikeze istory samanga. Nawe ugcine usibelieve the leso story. Media, the power of the media. So media, it's a communication platform. But then, there are people who set up the media. Do we have a black-owned media in South Africa? No. Huh? No. Manje ke awumtshele ukuthi how are we going to re-educate ourselves without a black-owned media company? How are we going to do that? Because media is very powerful. For me to communicate again, I'm communicating with thousands of people at a go. Akufani nalento le besikuyo before. Kumele sigibela amahashi. Sigibela amahashi sele siyokhuluma nalesa sport, siyotshela le yankosi. Manje so user yingakho le social media ungayiyuzeli umatandana man ukuthi hey sengijola nobani ukwenzakalani. No. Ngoba uzozithola usenkingeni. Into that you post now can block your way in future. So you must be careful ukuthi how do you interact nalama social media. Hey. So social media is very powerful. And we can't give credit to Labello. The technology foundation yakhona bayitholela. For them to know what there is i5G, bayibiza nge5G. And the thina besiyibiza mhlambe uNate. Yeah? The goddess of the matrix. Do you understand? Bazinika amagama esingawazi, we can't recognize la magama. Yini 5G? Bathi meleni vele. Yeah?
Fifth generation.
Yeah.
Fifth generation wireless network.
And what is the first generation?
Yeah.
The first generation is telepathy. Our telepathic ability. Besikhuluma kanjalo thina. Telepathy. Why? Because we understood lama frequencies. Ukuthi ahamba kanjani. So mengayoma lapha at the end of a river. Ngikhulume. Do you understand? Ukhona umuntu ozongibamba somewhere. Angiphenduka. Do you understand? We understood in nature. Ukuthi wonke lama sound waves, all these frequencies, where are they located? Yiyo ke indlela esisayifuna as we are developing this content again. Sifuna ukufika lapho. Kube lula nje ukuthi si understand i-frequency okumele uyiblowe ku-flute so that uphahlaze ibhodlela ungalibambanga. Hey, that is the science. Ungazokutshela ngabo 5th generation. Hey, ngoba manje ukhuluma nge-secondary i-phone call. Kanti ngabe basifundisa ukuthi now the emanation of the frequencies from kumvelinkani and the controller of the frequencies uJehuti. uJehuti i-frequency yakhe iyini thini? Is it 13.4? Is it 4.8? Is it 7.8? Lezo zinto. Once you understand that, you are then able to recreate that frequency, which will give you the results again. Manje, it's something gele ongeke uze uyithole kuphi in the Western media.
5G.
Hey. Hey. Also, we have people like media who follow us, the content. But the Daisio launcher, the divine empire on earth, La Pecredo Mutua village, not even one responded. Not even one responded and said, can we engage? Do you understand? Why? Because it's not in the agenda of the owner of the media. The owner of the media, ufunama advertisers, and the advertisers don't want a united black front. Advertisers, they want you who's in a content that trashes black people. Any content that is of value to black people, I sebenzi leyo content. Hey, ubukeke imihlobo. We think ukuthi we own the SABC. Khona nalo mlisa lo bekayiphethe before. Uhlawula. Hey. There was some sense in that daughter. Hey, there was some sense. No more baby mthatha njengeclown lomuntu kepha. There was some sense in what he was saying, because he was saying, ebantwini, you cannot take South African taxpayers' money and go and empower foreign people. If music or content yangaphandle idlalwa la, it means ukuthi every month we have to pay those people. And then the content yabo isinqeda ngani? Isinqeda ngani i-content ebuya ngaphandle? Yingakho iChina, when it gained its independence, yavala amaborder. Ukuthi there's no foreign content allowed. Why? Because we are rebuilding this nation. We don't want any content that will destabilize or disturb its vision yethu. And that worked. iChina melilenda eSwaziland libuza ukuthi where's the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Hey. When I'm all in New York, ufuna McDonald's. Where's the nearest McDonald's? It means ukuthi media has worked on your mind to a point ukuthi when you don't see value ukuthi ubuze ukuthi umkhodu ngamtholaphi la eNew York. Iskop ngasitholaphi la eNew York. It's not in your mind. Why? Because you have been colonized. Hey, another thing which is very important, symbols and images. Symbols and images also create a perception. Mawuloko uzwa lapha uCyril Ramaphosa alokha khafula isilungu lapha eParliament. Ingani ithi ayifuna ufana naye. Yini ke leyo? Wenzeni uCyril? Akayimoshanga ingane. Uyibulele. As a father ekhaya. Noma ke sisane eBethlehem. Emakhaya mele siyi-admit leyo. Omama bethu amakhosikazi yibo laba abafundisa ingane izinto ezirong. Now you can't blame them. Why? Because Western culture pays the bill. Umama ucabangela ifuture yalengane before any other thing. Unenimba umama. Uthi manje ingane yami uzoyifunza lesisuthu sakho lesixhosa sakho. Sizomenzelani? Because in the workplace ufuneka ukhumushe le limi lika George ndo. Buya nemali. Hey, manje ke makhehla lento izolunga the day futhi akumelanga siba blame omama. Inkinga ikithi madoda. Why? Because we are not in a position to satisfy the needs of our families. Monga bheka nje la ilokishini. Obaba abaningi abanamsebenzi. It means ukuthi you can't feed your family. So you have no rights. Khona indlovukazi la ku social media. So brave. Ukhiphe iposter iplacard. Ucelela indoda yakhe umsebenzi. Ithi ubaba angisakhoni nokumbuka emehlweni every day because of yazi lento emdlayo ngaphakathi ukuthi angikhoni ukubeka ukudla etafuleni. So manje ke those are wise women who don't celebrate the fact ukuthi indoda ayisebenzi. Do you understand? Ofila kabi ukuthi ubaba lo ikhanda lalomuzi. But manje if ikhanda lingakhona ukuletha imfanelo la endlini kwenzakalani? You are messing up our families. Angali ukuthi uyabona Makhehla mama for a long time they've been oppressed. But when it comes to the issue of language, bemina bemcelo mama. Yes, ingane mele isifundi isilungu. Kepha mfunze wena le language yakho la ekhaya. Yes. There's no excuse for that. Ungayekeli ke yonke into kuthisha. Uthisha imandate yakhe yodwa. Colonize these people wena. That's the only language imandate kathisha. Ukuthi you need to colonize. So manje ke uzothola ke ukuthi omama bazithola ke kuleso simo ke ukuthi ngiyabuka ukuthi how am I going to survive? How am I going to survive? How is my child going to survive in future? Do you understand? Ngoba nakhona angithi ngigcina funi kube yini enihleka umuntu ophula isiluku. Kuba yini vele? uMandoza benimenza. Benimenzani uMandoza? Nithi qaba lo muntu. Kanti that was a pure mind. That is not a poison by abelungu. Athi meke zama ukukhuluma isilungu bese thina siyamhleka akwazi nokukhuluma isilungu. Kanti wena we expose how colonized you are. Yes. The minute you comment like that uMandoza, you are exposing the effect of colonization like Kandalab. Hey. And I know bememthanda belungu Mandoza ngithi vele I mean ibeat yakhe nalengoma yakhe. Hey, you can't avoid being shaken by that beat. So manje ke yizo ke izinto lezi ezenza ukuthi in the future we need to be completely and totally independent. You can't build based on a platform yalabantu. Siku YouTube man. But YouTube ingasixosha anytime. Siyakwazi lokho. And sikwamukele. Yingakho nje next generation ye development. We challenge YouTube. Hey. The platform yethu is just going to be independent black media. Singena manje WhatsApp, but manje ke le Kemet chat market. I Kemet chat angeke ifane ne WhatsApp. La uhleba khona. Asindawo yokuhleba le. Whoever goes in there sizokwakha lo mbuso womoya. This empire yomoya sizokwakha yona Do you understand? Let us use most of our energy rebuilding ourselves. Angali ukuthi umuntu angakhomenta and the place izinto lapha, but izinto, even the content, ungasizeli manje content yama-Islam la. Nge-content yama-Juda lapha. Uzositshela ngama-Greek ukuthi ama-Greek enzeni, asifuni ukwazi ngalokho. I-content is strictly Kemet. Why it is Kemet? Because Kemet is the mother of all. Ufunani entweni engane. Ulokhu ufuna usimoshela isikhathi silokho sidebateana nezinto ezi-useless. Sibadala phela thina wemle John. We are no longer children. Hey. Asisakhuluma izinto nje zombhedo. Sikhuluma ukuthi ke manje in the Department of Finance, nina bendlu ye-finance, futhi ngathi indlu kaSethi, awubheke ngathi indlu kaSethi, ye-finance, indlu kaGeb. Are you sure? Hayi, phela laba bakwaGeb, abathakathi bokuqala ngathi finance wala lapha kusele labantu laba in the kingdom of Seth, they need to give us a plan, and the plan that is well researched. Information is all over about our stats. Uguti, okay, fine. In terms of economic growth, where are we? In terms of economic contribution to start ngoba sise Gauteng, how much percentage do we contribute towards GDP yase Gauteng? Babuye basitshele ukuthi nationally umuntu omnyama contribution yakhe ithini la. Mase sitholile those figures, we now plan ukuthi how do we develop from that? What plans and strategies are we supposed to use to actually get to a much better and a higher rate of economic participation? And njengoba sivumelene amakhaya, umsebenzi usemningi kakhulu. And enye into okumele ningayikhohlwa, abantu abanikazi balento, they are amongst the group yet 30 million that they say it's in poverty. That is our target market. Do you understand? Hey, so our strategy is ukuthi labo bantu sisondela kubo kanjani. Kukhona abantu le Transkei, kukhona abantu eMpumalanga, kunabantu elentuze Northwest who wishes to be part of us, but they can't. Why? Because i-10 rand isapha kuye. Meke cabanga nje ukuthi ngiyoyithola phi imali yokugibela ibhasi ngiyofika lapha esigodlweni. Do you understand? So we need to find the means and ways, strategies and tactics ukuthi how do we do outreach? So that siye kubo labantu la. Hey, because umuntu omnyama angaze ever since saqala, angaze ngizwe umuntu omnyama akhuluma kabi ngale content. Oyikhuluma kabi usuke ekhuluma ngoba imsusa from the comfort zone. But iqiniso uyalizwa ngaphakathi ukuthi lento yiyo, yep, I'm not going to support it for now. Hey. No, bengithola umbiko, izolo. No, namhlanje kuseni kumshado. Uthi ukhulume nomnye mama. Lo mama uthi uyayizwa content yethu. Kepha imthinta indawo yena because he said in her own way. usebhekene nethuna as long as adla anahlala somewhere akanandaba nalutho manje ke yingakho ke ifocus yethu kakhulu it's amongst youth ngoba abantu abadala man to change their ngeke khohlwa sizozimoshela isikhathi sibonga nje indlovukazi ezisafresh ngala kuqoqweni lento uyithole esemdala kepha uyayizwa shokuthi uyitshele ukuthi mina mengayibamba ngizokhona ukuthi ngidonse laba abancane nje engabathola ukuthi nayi indlela okumele kuhanjwe ngayo. So abantu abanjengendlovukazi they are unique in life. Amaqhawekazi abantu abafana no Winnie Mandela abantu abafana no Asante wa wase Ghana abantu abangayicabangeli bona kuphela mawuhamba la emhlabeni ushiya the mess ekhona ucabanga ukuthi le generation ezayo izophila kanjani if when you don't fix it. Imagine if all of us can adopt that attitude. I am nandaba mina ngiyayizwa lento eKemet kepha akungithinti indawo lokho. Mina I'm set in my own ways. I believe in what I believe and that's it. To hell with everything else. It means ukuthi it's the very same position amakhehla ayithatha ngo94. Bayivumela the new dispensation even though they knew ukuthi ayinamhlaba ayina economy. Bayitshela ukuthi the coming generation will fix it. So we must never be like that. Yithi okumele silungisele ingane zethu ukuthi zona zinyathele kalula. Otherwise we cannot claim ukuthi we love our children if we want them to grow up as slaves and grow up in poverty. There's no love there. Umuntu omdala uze ulenduza uxolela ukuthi afe. I would rather die ukuze ngisave igeneration ezayo. Abelungu benza. Abelungu they don't think for themselves. Lento abayenzile igeneration lekhona manje is the beneficiary yobutsotsi bomkhulu babo. But they had a long-term plan. Ukuthi how are we going to keep these monkeys in the position? So that generations and generations of us benefit from the evilness and thuggery that we've done. This is how they think. For you to dismantle Lenda Bayenza, it will take generations. Well thought of strategy. So Nati, we need to rise to that level. Anita Wufi. We are shown. I mean to ask ukuthi energy it can never be destroyed. We energy wena. Manje usabani. If I were to die today, ni sacrifice laba abazayo. Futhi mina ngaphela. Into ebashayayo nje ukuthi ngithe kubo bazobe bayitransport yami to renew myself. Manje it comes and mean their tracks. Akukusaba ukufa mina. Akumelanga ukusaba ukufa because ukufa is an illusion, man. Your electric body will never die as long as the sun is there. He has a renewal all the time. He has a renewal. Before nala bantu ababuza ukuthi manje ilwane zadaleka kanjani? Ha? Inhlahla zadaleka kanjani? Aba understand uJehuti. Ukuthi uJehuti uye owa announce the frequencies that should be there. Believe ukuthi umuntu wawa nje njengemana boom hawu hey, why? Because the physicality that we experience is just an illusion. The physicality of experience ayo uyinikezwa amehlo akho. Remember ukuthi amehlo akho are a window for ilanga. So ilanga yini? Source of consciousness. Mawuvala amehlo awuboni. Manje ubona. Hey, mawuvala amehlo uyabona. Hey, uyabona nje completely. Manje ke amehlo indlebe yonke lento le i-distraction. Yingakho the spiritual seekers, their objective is to master, to shut down the senses, so that they return to their original self. If you can master that, lento ye illusion. Oh no. Use America manje. Ubuye manje futhi. Hey, use Japan manje. Ubuye manje futhi la. Why? Because lento sithi reality. Kahle it's an illusion. It's an illusion. Hey, there's a lot of debate about that. Ukuthi manje ufuna ukutshela ukuthi umlaba ayillusion. No, in consciousness has been trained to see you the way you are called. Hey, in consciousness yethu has just been ingakho ingane umntwana onabo 8 months, 1 year, 2 years. Umbone mhlambe lapha ku court yakhe uhleka no. Uhleka no ba lo mntwana. Sometimes akhuluma ngokhulu khona lento ayibonayo wena angithi umqondo wakho usasepure. Umqondo wengane usasepure. It has never been socialized. Ukuthi khama ubona lento uthi ibhodlela. Do you understand? Umntwana usasemoyeni amehlo yabona kepha avulekile kepha wakaboni kahle. Kepha ikhona lento communicator. Do you understand? So manje ke yiyo lento le i-education okumele ibuye from e-crash abantwana mele baqale ngescience. Science of understanding the African creation story. Ukuthi umuntu nemvelo zidaleke kanjani? What are the principles involved? Abantwana, they must sing it a crash. By the time bashaya boma 15, they are scientists. They are inventors. Do you understand? Isikolo, the way it's structured ngakhona man, is to dumb you down. Kahle. Mese sikhulume eqinisweni. Awudingi isikolo. In nature is your teacher. In nature is your teacher and the experience yakho. Last time ngikhulume ngokuthi thina singabantu besambulelo. Umoya mawufuna ngazi something, ngizoyazi leyo nto leyo. And I'll be the best at it. Why? Because talent lam lento okumele yes. Isiqephu sami into engeza ngifumbathile. Do you understand? Manje mawungisa esikolweni uyocorrupta all that. Ngoba manje so ufuna ukungenza i-robot. Angisho ukuthi isikolo mafethu. No, akufuni ukuthi manje ukuthi I'm saying ukuthi the way they impart knowledge to us is to colonize us. Tina, in nature, educates us. Yet isa isambulelo ukuthi lokhu kuso lokhu akukho nje. Ngiyakhumbula ngengathi umuntu angavuka ngephupho azi ukuthi ama nerves endlebeni angakanani. Mawuya ke kule ncwadi yabo uthola ukuthi kunjalo. How did they build the pyramids? How did they discover the concept of ukulukulwa? That eternity that unifies everything on earth. Hey, naleslimu Einstein. Uze washona ngakhona ngifika la. Balokho nifunza ingane nje ukuthi Einstein no Newton yibo. Abutsotsi. Bathole information from lapha Kemet. Ngoba Einstein were influenced by abutsotsi bangempela boPythagoras. Yebo, aboPythagoras, these are the original plagiarizers who inspired Einstein and who taught Pythagoras. Oh, Kokobako. Hey, abo immortal. Manje lo muntu loyo ke wawuzwa kukhulunywa ngaye na ku government. I-Department of Education nje ike i-set up i-center. Kuthiwe this is the immortal center. It doesn't even creep in their minds there because umlungu uthe through the media Einstein no Newton is the alpha and omega. You understand? Kanti otsotsi vele. Igebeng. So manje ke i-content and the knowledge thina le esipromoter. Yilezi zinto lezi esizokhuluma ngazo lapha ku-Kemet. Ukuthi njengokhe ngachazeka the other day i-interest yakhe was that. Okay, good. How do we prove? Ukuthi how many portions do we need to pump scrap matter to produce gold? Those are the discussions okumele sibe nazo. The electron abathi it's so bathi ayibambeki. Huh? Electron. But ungabambi proton and neutron ka. Kepha le hang. So it looks it. Maybe the experiment la. Bathi bafuna ukuyibuka ukuthi angazi bayibeka ngapha there was a camera so kuna a board lapha likhathekile manje bafuna ukubona zonke lama atom mewengena lapha. Bafuna ukubona ke bafuna ukubamba i-electron. I-electron ingangeni la kumele ingene khona. Ihlale phezulu kwale camera. It means ukuthi conscious. Ukuthi laba they are monitoring me. Do you understand? Hey, so that is the power ya lento esizama ukuyenza. Ukuthi lento izosibuyisela back to being scientists. We are all scientists. It's not a domain of a few. Uyi-science kwa wena self. Yingakho okhokho bethu bathi know yourself. So that you understand, once you understand the science that constituted you, it will be better for you to understand. You will understand much better izinto that are outward. Because the replication of the same thing. Labuwe in the platinum. Please ngabulala bathi. platinum ne-gold. It's true. Unayo yonke into la in your system. So it means everything la emhlabeni ila kuwe. Yingakho kubizwa umzimba wakho kuthiwa umhlaba. Do you understand? Because yonke into esemhlabeni it's within yourself. Manje ke Makhehla communication na the media, it has been used and abused to keep us in the condition. And the only way we can survive is to take ourselves out of that condition by creating our own media platforms so that we are in constant communication nabantu okumele si communicate nabo. Kukhona into engiyiswile about what they call the clever blacks. Abanye abaninkinga the clever blacks. Abafowethu nodadewethu kepha isimo yazi maso uhola kubhasi, you forget ukuthi usuka kuphi. Remember ukuthi during lama riots and the looting that was happening, bathi bona ogogo bethu who were displaying the worst form of poverty bahambe bayothatha impuphu bathi lo gogo is a hooligan. And yet they say nothing about a government that is taking from ugogo. The government is to make sure ukuthi ugogo is never tempted ukuphula umthetho. You don't provide for your community. Abantu balambile. Kwenzakala lelo thuba ukuthi umuntu athole i-2.5 ngoba abanye ugogo nje uzibambela i-2.5. Uyabona ukuthi yi-need yangempela. How do you react? Instead ukuthi ufaka ama-billions in the township to assist your people who are going through this hell. Ufaka leyo mali ku-SANDF akuza amasoja. Bazothatha babanga bazithatha lezi zinto abazithatheli ukuthi bayozidistribute ku-charity bayozishisa. That's how evil they are. So manje into evuna yonke lento yimedia Makhehla. Yimedia. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. Futhi nathi seyisukile. Basifuna. Inkinga yabo abazi ukuthi bazosingena kanjani. How do you attack nature? Ngoba lento sipreachayo thina yi-nature. How do you attack nature? Ungitshele ukuthi ilanga no aliko orange li purple. Manje mebevuka ekuseni balibona ukuthi li orange. Sehmet. Noma liyoshona bayibona li orange. Manje uyiphikisa kanjani leyo? Otherwise ngabe dala basingena. Basasiplanela ukuthi basasiplanela ukuthi bazosingena kanjani. And thina hayi no. Thina siphuma from the worst situation. Ngesikhathi samabhuku. Yes. We survived. Manje sesiphethe umoya futhi it's even worse. Senkingeni lo. Asisahambi sodwa. Yes. Those days besacula ama slogan epolitiki. Amandla. Wait. Oh man. Wait. Besisho njani? Why are we still poor? They gave the power. Why are we still poor? Ngalezo slogan. yile logan ezenze ukuthi samukele the new dispensation in 1994 maybe sitshela ukuthi hayi no holy bethu are negotiating the best for us. Mawucheka manje yini lebebenza la. Do you understand? Media is mum about that. They will never question ukuthi manje labantu osiril lapha njengoba uye bekebhala le constitution. Awuze la ndoda. Uzositshela mina ngiyayifuna leyo interview and ngizoyenza mina personal. Ngizoyenza mina personally leyo interview. Bonke labantu laba ngifuna ukubabuza lo mbuzo esiyibuza wona sonke la ukuthi kwenzakalani liphi lekhubalo leli okumele ligezwe. Uthabo Mbeki uthi mina I offered amabhoni sunset clause. They never asked. Bebeshawe yini labantu? Bebeshawe yini? Media won't talk about that because we are in this mess esiguyo because of such decision. Onikeza amabhoni sunset clause. Thina sesiwinile thina. Sitshela nje ukuthi lamabhoni siwakorobhile. Uzofika wena uzositshela ngesunset clause, usitshela ngeRainbow Nation. Sibuyisele emuva 200 years back. Bokumele nje siqedelele. But no. Asikwazi ukuqedelela because infrastructure. Who owns the infrastructure? Angithi ukuthiwa mawufuna ukwakha kumele ubuild. You need to destroy for you to rebuild again. Awukwazi ukwakhela phezu kwenye. This is what has happened to us. And all of that by justify. They justify ngokuthi bas-coerce. They coerced us to accept the constitution in 94. They coerced us. They never gave us a choice. Kuthi nakho komlungu nakho kwakho. Choose ukuthi ufuna ukuhamba ngani. Why? Because they were power hungry already. They had told themselves ukuthi amakhosi doesn't deserve to rule this nation. Bona because babuye exile. My whole family, or most of my family, ikhulele exile. Being up and down the exile myself. You understand? But manje yini lebe silwela? Yini lebe silwela? Media is telling us now we are free. This is what they say to us. We are free, but to do what? To be slaves of white people. That's the freedom they're talking about. Tina, that's not the freedom sifuna. Sifuna total freedom. And the inkinga yomntu omnyama isemoyeni. You sort out the spiritual part of a black person. Umpilisile lo muntu. Lo muntu will go on and fend for themselves. Will never be a slave again. Abantu who were there when we were building the empire yomoya, the divine empire on earth. Labo bantu, if they go back to their old ways, I know siyakhohlwa sigeza izandla njengoba nibhayibhelini. It means we are beyond repair. Ufana nalaba nje abathi sengilindele ithuna. Safuna ukuzwa next. Ngono nje ngiphile the way ngingakhona. Uze justify and normalize colonization. Ukuthi no lento yabelungu right. Asiqhubekeni ngayo. Ngoba khona umunye washa lapho ku social media. Ukuthi ngoba izindlu la eSouth Africa zabantu abamnyama kugcwele amaBhayibheli. So why singaqhubeki ngale Bible? That's what umuntu omdala said to me. So manje ke into wrong leyo ofuna ukusifunza yona. Because ukugcwele amabhayibheli. Kumele siwashise vele. There must be a campaign where we burn out the Bible. Sine-Bhayibheli le to the book of coming forth. We don't need any funk on, theology or philosophy. We don't need all that. Tina sipelele. So media and communication is very important. Yinto esenze ukuthi, sikhuzeleke ukuthi we must come up with something like Kemet chat. Kemet chat is very interactive, okay. Okwamanje labantu kumele singene si-download sonke because mawungena ku Kemet chat lapha kunama kingdoms that you belong to, meaning ukuthi i-kingdom ne-kingdom kumele kube yibo abareportayo ukuthi bona in the bigger picture, how are they going to contribute? See, we are on the first level, which is unity. We need to all come up with plans. Ukuthi mina i-kingdom yami, how is going to contribute towards the unity? Nama-talent ethu asikhulumi ngenyini. Once we've achieved that unity, side demonstrator, then sesikhuluma ke manje about the social program, sesikhuluma about the economic program, sesikhuluma about the cultural program. Okwamanje lokho sikubekele side. We are using the calendar to achieve unity yomuntu omnyama. International, ngoba if unity can be demonstrated by the people here in the south of Kemet, it will reverberate the whole world. Ukuthi there's a real new dawn. Ale mfonko new dawn abakhuluma ngayo. New dawn yani ngoba usabhekene ne-constitution. Lebe it was presided over by uZuma noTata noMbeki. Uzobiza new dawn, yini new dawn? Because immediately uqeda ukuwapontwa wena uhambe wayotshela that fake queen ukuthi I'm not going to touch the constitution, selling us each and every president that comes in South Africa. They go and report there, basine, I'm not going to touch the constitution. So it means ukuthi bonke labantu laba, even those that are coming in future, in Barbados, they woke up. They repealed the law that made the queen. Yes, Barbados, but Queen Elizabeth, she's the queen of Barbados, meaning what? The whole country, as Barbados, is under the control of the queen. Just like the whole continent currently is under the control of that person. So where's sanity there? Where's sanity? And the young Calender, and the media has made us even to be scared. Siyasaba. You can't identify, with true Africanness. Ngoba usaba ukuthi uzobukwa kanjani ama-friend akho who are still colonized la emakhaya. Hey, no, scheme sangeke sithande lena. Silapho. Si-influencer outside situations. Into mawungena kuyo uphelele man. Ungalokhu ubeka inyawo lelinye lile. Why do you do that? Ngena kuyo uphelele so that lo moya ukhone ukusebenza la ngaphakathi kwakho. Maqhamalazi. Bambe ngapha nangapha ngathi mina lento yahlanyisa niphethe. No ingozi le. Ningayithathi kancane lento ngisho ingozi lento yahlanyisayo. Ayifuna utsotsa, ayifuna uqhube. You must be pure when you approach land. Ngoba yinto that has been there for millions of years. It's a tried and tested system yokhokho. okhokho ba-enlighten wena about this thing so that you play a role in fixing this thing. So wena ungazike la uzoyixoxa izokulimaza. Hayi izokulimaza, ngiyayazi mina. Bakhona sebeshaya. Ubona nje ngezenzo zabo ukuthi hayi lo akasekho right. Why? Because awukho pure kulena. Ubambe ngapha nangapha. Please ngiyangicela, it's just nice advice. You would rather ke uhlale la ukhona. Ungayibambi lento ngoba ingozi. Ifuna i-purity, you must be pure. Ubambe lento ungathi Kemet kanti wena madala side. Uvumelana na wonke lo dodi lo wenzakalayo. It means idlozi lakho lenyela belukuzwa ukuwenza lokho. Abanye abantu are still in that ship of confusion. Kunokuthi wena ube forthright ubancede lapho. You want to sympathize with them. Senkingeni. No senkingeni serious. So mele mesikhuluma ukuthi siforme i-unit. Kumele kube i-unity esazi kahle ukuthi siyathembana sonke. Yes. Lo moya bowuse credo muntu. That was unity in action. Yazi mesingabamba lo moya lo. Angitshela ukuthi 5 years inde. Le ndonga zingawa. Zingawa le ndonga lezi. Kube nayo leyo unity nje ukuthi sisonke. And kube no thando amongst us. Love. Love your brother. Love your sister. Love your mother. Love your father. Akekho umuntu perfect. Sonke sinamaphutha. Akusho ukuthi mengenze iphutha then mele ngifake uguillotine. Yonquma inhloko yami. Hawu ndoda. Hawu! Ngonile yes, asihlale phansi sikhuluma. And futhi yiso isikhathi sokukhuluma izinto lezi sika Djehuti. Yonke into ekuhluphayo hlambuluka man. Ikhiphe nobala ikhulunywe. Ngoba ukhona umoya ozomncedisa. Sitheni umahluleli uba uye yedwa futhi. Mazozenza ijudge. Say ungibona mina ukuthi no ngiseneyigwegwe. But manje kunokuthi uze kahle uzongifundisa ukuthi zilukeka kanjani, ngizilula kanjani legwegwe. Lokho uyangixela. Hayi useless. Ngambona vele. Angeke aye ndawo. Do you understand? Lo moya lakithi awufuneki. Ngibona ukuthi unamaphutha. I must be the strength for your weaknesses.
Yes.
Ngathi ma weak bese ke ngiyoganda mo. Ugande mo. Ukuthi umosheke ungaphindi uzulunge. So umoya wothando makhehle. Umoya wothando nokubambana. Yinto amaJuda asishaya ngayo. AmaJuda hayi ukuthi awazondana. Ayazondana. But lapha in the public they display a unity.
Yes.
Do you understand? And in their actions they display a unity.
Yes.
IJuda makuvunyelwene lapha bayibizani le ndlu yabo synagogue. Isynagogue. Kuthiwe hayi lo muntu lo asisambheki ngemali yethu. Uzobona all the companies in South Africa they move away from that person. Do you understand? Abe amaJuda mewethi asisayithengi into ephuma kulo muntu. Do you understand? Nathi mele simuve kanjalo. Mele simuve kanjalo with that unity. Yingakho sithi asikwazi ukujumpa to programs before we achieve unity.
Yes.
Ngoba i-unity is going to make all of us to be self-sufficient. And zizoyenza ukuthi our creative juices must flow even more. Creator, why? Because we have a loyal market. Do you remember in the Pepsi? Pepsi, because of the sentimental support Pepsi received from us. We chose Pepsi because they own my run out cash, I'm telling you. Do you understand? It was a demonstration of the power of unity. Icoke meseyibona ukuthi iyalimala. Bathenga wonke amabhodlela eSouth Africa. Hey, it's true. That's what they did. Bathenga wonke amabhodlela eSouth Africa, meaning ukuthi iPepsi had the product but they can't package. Bayibulala kanjani iPepsi. So nathi we must be aware. Mesesiqala yingakho sithi asikwazi ukuqala ngama products and projects before unity. Umlungu uzoyenzana umlungu uzoyenza ukuthi ulentuza ialbum ayehlise uyithenge ialbum manje nge5 cents so that ubulala the Kemet bread. Do you understand? Now foolishly uthenge leyo album kanti ubulala ifuture yeingane zakho, ubulala ifuture of the generation that is to come. So Messi united sifana namajuda namandiya, that won't happen. Ngoba ungaya lapha eLens uthengisa into nge20 rand, bona bayijwayele ukuthenga nge80 rand, bakutshela ukuthi no my friend, I've got my brother who sell it to me. Why? Because it's important for them ukuthi imali must circulate amongst them. Ukuthi wena uyabayekisela ubanikeza discount engakanani, that means nothing to them. Why? Because they are united. There is a cultural bond that is binding all of them. So that Kemet, this is what we are trying to create. That spiritual bond that must guide us. And the mesingena lapha ku Kemet Church kuzoba nama moderators. Meaning ukuthi wonke umuntu omnyama uyi target. Wonke umuntu omnyama uzalwe ngenyanga ethize. Ngisho ama friends akho le. Mawumuzwa ukuthi uhluzekile la ekhaya. Uzalwe nendoda. Oh no, uzalwe so oh no wena mele you belong to that kingdom. Ngizokhuluma ne-moderator ekufake la. But umuntu omuzwayo ukuthi ubhadlile la ekhaya. Ungalethi wonke umuntu la. Kukhona abantu abekho ready for that. Ungabasondezi because we don't have time for debates. Sifuna ukusebenza. And akusona isikhathi manje ukuthi siloko theorize. Isikhathi ukuthi sibe practical.
Yes.
Ngiyabonga. Masiembo. Masiembo. Puma kona tina. Masiembo. Masiembo. Puma kona tina. Masiembo. Doya memezulwane Yawo Yawo Doya memezulwane Yawo Yawo
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, let's give him another round of applause. I could sense that I am forgetting something. You know, spiritual beings, we communicate through our eyes. I could feel that there's something that was missing. And it is that round of applause from Mkhulu Nsingiza. Mkhulu Nsingiza here, we cannot take it away from him. His gift usivula nemiqondo yakusontulula. That is his gift. You feel him as you shine. And then your defense mechanisms zibuya zithi bige uthi Mkhulu no. Don't go there. I'm not ready. Because we are never ready for the truth. As much as we are forever seeking for the truth. But when it comes, we're never ready. We come up with all the excuses. We say, no, but it's not my fault. It can never be my fault. So as he speaks, we do that. I personally do that. However, what he does is to bring awareness. How the political system has failed us. So that when we are communicating with our ancestors, because we are that communication system, we have to be aware what are the issues that we are still dealing with. That is Upatha. Maspatha, where are we in the political system? And again, the journey, it is all in your hands, in our hands, for all of us to make sure we sebasontulula nabahambayo, not knowing and being able to attend to the truth. So that's what Mkhulu Nsingiza does. I mean, that he does it so well. And as I'm saying, we're coming here for a lecture. And that's what is forever lecturing us. Because we are not aware how colonized we are. But he makes sure that he gives us that inner eye. It's Ella, wake up. If you are still using the platform, which we love so much, our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebook, who is the owner of the Instagram? Ask yourself, when I'm spending so much data, where is this data going? But now this data that I'm using, who is it empowering? Whose culture it is being advertised? Because that Instagram, there is no us, there is no black person. We pose around what they call them, it is the richness, the wealth. It's called my glasses, the champagne pop, and our hair looking so good. This is what we are promoting day to day, which is not real. That is not the truth. The truth is our souls that are in pain. The truth is the fact that I still want to understand who am I. That is the truth. So Mkhulu again, I guess that's our next year. What is the language that we teach our children? Which language is that? The language, videos, and it's language is nyanya, and it's so. What is it that we teach? We get that responsibility. Yeah, it will give him for today, but Mkhulu will challenge him on another day. For today, it's I always say, for us to do something, for you to sell something is because there is a custom, isn't it? So who is buying us when we are busy rolling this language? Who's loving us? When we are busy flipping this hair, who's loving us? Who are the customers of our makeup? Every day, who's looking at our faces? We need that conference in Hulu. We need it. We need it. But anyway, we need to understand who's buying this product. But anyway, we will look at the language, as I say, but the language is very important. How Pasha, as I said, you don't say greetings. Because they are listening to the resonance. Yes. And the language is, you must understand this. This is why we need to have our own language. The language is one of the things that separates us. Language, the minute people hear you take this suit to Setswana, I'm Upedi. It has created that division amongst us. So it is one of the crucial things that we need to revisit and really find solutions. But how can we create maybe just the language of ours? Medu-nature. How can we go back to Medu-nature? Because that was what we used to use and be able to communicate better. So I totally agree with Mkhulu that language is needed. And then Mkhulu let us use the platform to rebuild ourselves. That is the Kemet chart.
Thank you.
To rebuild ourselves because we are broken million pieces. Every day you must wake up and find that piece of you. Where is the other piece? Where is my father? Where is my grandfather? If I don't know where is my mother, woo, and then who am I? Because that piece that is missing, it still needs me for me to function in this world. So I love this part. That is, death is an illusion. So die before dying. Isn't that easy? Die before dying. Because it's an illusion. Operate on the frequency of spirituality. That is death, isn't it? Let's let it go of this body. Let's leave this physical body. Let's operate on the frequencies. Because that's where they are. So let's forget about the body. The body is the carrier of the spirit of the soul. So let's die before dying. Because there is no death. It is an illusion. So Mkhulu take unity, Symbolism song, we don't have to repeat that part. That is why we're here. Unity. The journey of understanding who you are is the most painful one. Because no one understands it but you. And it's a journey that you cannot explain to people. Because that calling, is the one that makes you wake up every Sunday and you hit the road and say, I'm going to Soweto. It is the one that makes you it's not a friendship journey. You spiritual journey. Unfortunately, we're taught here that it's a painful and lonely journey. But I learned, coming as Godwin, you meet people that resonate with what is in you. So that is why it's important to come here and look eyeball to eyeball with the people that say, I see Imparting.
Yes.
So we're going to meditate now. Meditation. Meditation is a language. It's a language. It's a communication platform that we use. It's not new. It's Kemet. It's black. So we are communicating to who? To ourselves. Who is self? As I said, when people, for a spiritual person, they ask you, who is self? Self. That is why in our culture, there is no I, there's always we.
Yes.
Because we means you are not alone.
Yes. Yes.
Loneliness, it's a Western culture. Poverty, it's a Western culture. I was raised in the villages. It was never it was for the entire village. Lola Bisi from the 5 liter, it used to feed the entire village. There was never I, it was we. But now that is where Ubuntu comes in. We have forgotten Ubuntu. The fact that you can finish the loaf of bread on your own and not share with someone. Question yourself. Especially when you have to take it to the dustbin.
Yes.
There's so much we still need to do. Who taught us to buy so much food that we have to even throw it out? Media. Who are you proving this that you must have what salmon and then before you eat a picture post. Hi, Mara. And here's the thing. that is so painful to our children. You know, when I look at younger generation, my pain is they believe that that is reality. If they don't get those likes, they are so depressed. This social media platform is causing depression to our children. And that, as a woman, I take full responsibility. Because it's us that are supposed to be able we're supposed to be able to see that this communication problem that is happening is killing our children. They even have, let me tell you something about the drug, just a bit before. Yes, let me tell you something about the drug. A drug is not just a smoke or a job. Anything that you can't live with. It's a drug. You are an addict because you are addicted to touch this screen, post. Where is you? And here's the sad part. We are almost there, halfway, indeed, to go to the other side. Who are we going to communicate with? If our children are so much in this gadget. Definitely not. So let's really, this is not a joke, our society is there, even in relationships. Even relationships, you go and visit your partner and he's on the phone. It's true, I mean, really, it's true. You really want that phone on me? The hands were created to touch. I'm jealous of the phone. What Mkhulu is doing, I mean, when you come as God, when you have your own gift that you carry. The reason we do these lectures on a Sunday and we eat together is because we want to hear more. What is your gift? Because by listening to Mkhulu, in your mind, there is that light bulb. Let's have a cell phone awareness program. It's hard because this is killing me, us, all of us. It's only in awareness we can be able to once we become so aware what is killing us, and we develop now a platform which is the Kemet chat. How do we educate one another? So as I'm saying, meditation is the best because you are communicating with yourself. Your sister, she always cheats with me if I don't do meditation. Where is she now? She better be there. If I don't do meditation. Maybe she's not well. Check it though. So when we meditate, meditation, as I said, if you're a spiritual person, you need to listen. And it's so when you meditate, you are listening. This communication. You are an app. To find out how is the family, to find out how is the kids, to find out how are you doing. So you are that app. But now you need to listen to their language, of which is what is that silent language that is happening with us. If you're not able to listen, then you are forever talking, what are you receiving? And it is our kupula lombili. They are giving us information that is our kupula. That's how we are balancing the body. Your female side, your male side, all of this has to be aligned. If we believe that spirit lives on, then invest in listening. When you listen, when you meditate, call upon the things that you know that they are bringing distraction in your personal life. If you are unable to love your language, for an example, meditate on that. Because what it means, you have a negative frequency that is forever in your body, that you carry wherever you go. You need to bring light into that. Now the 7 communication channels that we have in our but it's not in the physical, to show that we are really spiritual people. Ayikho semizimbeni yethu, but it's aligned with our bodies. It's on the etheric body, kwisithunzi sakho. So when you meditate now, you are making sure the light, this is the physical, and this is the sithunzi sakho. And that's where the communication. So now you have to relax what? The body and it. So that this communication can be clear. Whenever I'm going to do a public speaking, I have to put myself on silence. Because when you are coming to people, it's not me. It's the memory. Anything you need to do, whether it's presentation, whether it's just a family gathering, but you want to open up, meditate on that. Make sure that you're not representing what is in your mind, but you represent what is in the etheric body, in moya yenu, as a family. Because here's the thing, as a spiritual being, you need to understand who is talking. Is it the ego or is umoya one? Because sometimes we always listen to the ego and we're like, no, but because if it's an ego, listen to your emotions. If it's negative, that's the ego speaking. If they are positive, it goes in kuluma. Easy. So you do that. So these channels, as I'm saying, these 7, they move anti-clockwise. It's like a wheel. Not like, it's a wheel that is moving what is anti-clockwise? A clock, isn't it? Anti-clock. Yeah.
No, a clock goes this way. The clock.
Okay, all right. My dyslexic is coming now. But anyway, they're moving anti-clockwise. So they are communicating. Which is the first one?
Okay.
The roots. Gap. That is what is happening now. You need to now see. This is the 3rd month. That's what everything you planted is getting the roots. That's where that connection is. So that is what is there. So, but now this is happening where? In between your 2 organs, where you are sitting. The bam bam and the front one. That's the communication there. Be comfortable to go in there and find out what is happening. We have so many diseases because we are so scared of our bodies. We don't listen to our bodies. Your body will always tell you if there is a communication that is not clear because you are a spirit that is residing in the body. This is just your vehicle. Moto yako, the body. But you are the spirit that is. So that one there, that's what creation, if you are creating a new thought, a new idea, musical people, they'll tell you that they needed the silence for them to come up with a good song. So make sure you create that. So that's the first chakra. Then the second one, that's where the womb goes. That's on your waistline. That's what is heteru. Yavundisa ke womb. Whatever you've created, yavunda, yakuma. Biology. Into yakuma muspa. Make sure you're comfortable with that. If you're not, you're gonna have problems. And you can't skip this chakra and go to another. All 7, they must always be aligned. That's heteru, fertilization, and to conceptualize. Abantu ke laba the developers or heteru. If you want a concept, just give it to a heteru. I want to be in the business of selling their lotus tea. Give it to a heteru. Come on, heteru. Heteru, they know how to develop a concept. They are natural in that. Give it to a developer. Said, no, heteru man, I want to start a farm. They'll give it to you. How must you package this? Then you move to the 3rd one. This is where all our emotions, the stomach doesn't lie. There's so much emotions there. When people say, oh, we miss you, your stomach will tell you if they're telling the truth or not. Listen to your stomach. That's your solar plexus. This is your heru. Heru, you are ascending into the spiritual realm. Self-mastery. Spiritual person, self means moya. You are mastering moya wako. Abantwana babezala bathanda baba no moya ndithi. What is happening there? It's because now they are That's when they're becoming to be aligned. The soul and the physical. And then I've no more. The solar plexus. So now more, you feel uncomfortable. It means there's a misalignment that is happening. Sometimes it's the food we eat.
Yes.
Study the food you eat yourself. Let me stop this nyama. Let me stop the magwinya. Let me stop. Yeah. You know? So the stomach doesn't lie.
Yes.
Heru doesn't lie. But only if you are the best friend to your body. And then you move them over to there. Ma'at. Now after you have ascended, you are going to the throne and it's now when you get here now, this is self-mastery. This is now order and structure. You are creating the order and structure to what you are ascending, to what you are mastering. Now architects, creatives, they are the ones that are very much scientists that will bring, they'll build these houses for us because that is structure. We all want structure. But now, because you are a physical being, what structure do you need? Structure in your family. Structure in communicating with your family. The order. If our homes, there's no order, what do we become? Honesty. Make sure. And then we move to Djehuti. Djehuti, again, that's the resonance. It's like, ring. Two things, when they meet, there's always a sound. The words we do, there is a sound that is happening. That is why we communicate even without saying a word.
Yes. Because
that's resonance. We don't have to tell ourselves how much I miss you. We can tell that, oh, you miss me. There's certain things that we don't have to say. Because the frequencies, when my frequency comes into your space, those frequencies to start communicating. I love Djehuti. Because without communicating, I'm sure we're going to be robots. Because communication is what makes us alive. It's what makes us happy. Communication brings a smile on our faces. That is Djehuti here. That's the principle, the frequency. It is that 94 point what when if you was a radio. Radio. That's the communication that happens. And then we move to this one, facet. Intuition. Mama, I guess it would be intuition. The instinct. Like these are the pineal gland or pineal gland. My valegile, you always be surprised, but how did I get myself into these problems? The spirit is the one running your physical life, not the other way around. Moya wako that is running the physical. The parliament yako is the spirit. All the rules, your journey on planet Earth, it is designed in the spiritual realm. All you have to do is to open here, to understand what is it that I love. What is it that my journey is going? What is it that I need to be? The pineal is very important, but you can't skip the other chakras and focus on this one. So it's that in between your eyebrows. Open it out. This group, okay, pineal gland, one of the things that naturally open your pineal gland is this group. That frequency just opens it up. Things like teas. Your lotus, the blue lotus tea, it opens your pineal gland. Buy the blue lotus tea. You'll see how it just opens it. Yeah? So that's your intuition. You don't have to Google everything, where you're going. Listen here. Don't tell if there's traffic, there's this. Trust yourself. Now then you move to the crown. Asa. The cycle now it starts and the greening starts again. That is there. This one, that is your crown. The crown here, it's so visible. Again on a newborn baby. The Ivana communication is happening on its own. It's still happening. It's not that our skulls have hardened. But the communication is still there. Ifokotolako is still communicating. Communicating with who? And why? Where? only question that you must ask yourself, why am I spiritual? Why? And where is this communication happening? And how do I communicate? Simple. And then you fall in love when you start with everything you are. You are a unique story. I can never be you, you can never be me. Even if we are born under the same mother, we are different. So carry your story with so much pride and say, you know what, I started from the muddy houses of Uzingutu and I'm standing now in Soweto. What am I carrying? I'm carrying that soul that is curious, that is willing to unlearn. And now I'm like, Shabu, Belly, Boom, oh! Be proud. Your story was meant to be that way. Let's stop wanting other people's lives. You were designed to have the mother that you had. You met on those frequencies, or else she was going to reject you. The fact that you settled was a spell. You were meant to be. And let's carry this journey with that. Before past that is in Dovraz, that's the womb that carried you. Magic. Your mother is the magic. But now, if she's still in the same frequency, talk the communication. Mama, when I say this, you don't hear me. Nikhalelane. Because the difficult part in my journey was ukhalela my mom and she was gone. Now, Mkhulu in a frequency that you cannot see, it's difficult. A mother is a gift. Without mothers, we wouldn't be here. There's so much gender-based violence that is happening. How can you kill something that you have loved? That is your first life. Whether it's 10 years, 15 years, it is your first life. So let's open ourselves. I know Dr. Kodon. I know. It's been so cold. If you are at home, please don't meditate when you're cold because your attention is overlapped. Make sure you are warm. Make sure that you are silencing this physical body. The ego is the physical life, physical body. It doesn't want you to focus on you. And so you try to see it's all about you, my physique. It's gonna start telling you all the stories. School fees are shorter, petrol is shorter. Oh, my friends, oh gosh, I miss them. It starts. It's because it's feeling vulnerable. Now tell your body, you created this body. Because you are the energy inside the body. I'm loving you now. It is time for me to love you. So please, let's be quiet. Now we're gonna do the quick one. But if you're coming to Limpopo, we're gonna do all chakras. So they still are almost on the hydrogen. If I always see, we are boss. Wow. So we see by renewing ourselves, we wanna do all 7 chakras. Right on the line of line of latitude. Yes, good. We're doing a good job. You're doing it on the line of latitude. At Mkhulu, that's where the sun is hitting direct in the southern hemisphere. That's how you say it. So they still are in that frequency, and they're waiting for us. They cannot wait. The chief and Mahoshi, Mahoshi, that's the queen, isn't it? The chief is what? Hoshi, and the wife is what? Hoshi. Okay, the Hoshi and Hoshi are waiting for us. Ne? So we're gonna be there and loving it. So let's do that. And again, when you come there, you're going to be learning about you and your ancestors. Represent them. And don't disappoint them by saying, I the 710 now is to buy those shoes at Aldo. They are on sale. Come on. For you to have the 700, book and go. Ne? Let's represent ourselves. So we do the fast-paced one. Give it, it's just an introduction. I'm just giving you the taste of meditation. It's not what it is. I'm keeping the rest for another day. So the first phase here, you breathe in through your nose, and it's whenever you're doing meditation, I want to visualize as I'm talking. Whenever you're doing meditation, make sure that the breathing in, you're breathing in all the beauty, all the love, all the things that you will know that you want to manifest in your physical. It's like, then you are taking out all the negative that has been holding you down. So it's an in that is beautiful. That is why I'm very strict with the breathing out. Because I wanted the in to kick out all the negative. That is why it's Zinzi, Orlando West. They must hear us. Must breathe out. Because all of it, remember, this negativity has found a home in your body. So you breathe in the beauty, out. So that's why I always want that sound that you are saying, bang, go out. When you're doing this, don't think about your body. Don't think about your nose. Don't think, just be in the rhythm of in, out, in, out, in, out. Let go of the physical. And again, you are alone. I don't look at you. I swear I don't look at you. Be comfortable. And close your eyes when you do this, because it's distraction again. Or you can just meditate under the rain. You'll never know this. So when you meditate at home, make sure that you lie on your back or you sit on the lotus position.
Right.
Either you sit on the lotus position. Lotus position is very difficult. Practice to sit on the lotus. The lotus position. Love you. Lotus, it requires to be alert and all this communication, what is happening on your spinal cord. Your communication becomes, you are aligned now. But now I don't want you to learn the lotus while you're, give yourself to learn. Because as I'm saying, any pain, you are out of your spirit now, you're in the physical. Another way of doing it, just lie down. Comfortable, blanket, and then you start. Hold your body. It's your body. And it's always looking for that holding. Hold it. Ne? Love it. So you want to do that now. Intention. You're silently going to do now your intention. When we are breathing in slowly now, you are doing an intention. Intention, why are you meditating? That is between you, Namadozwa. I'm meditating to get my wealth, guys, release on the spiritual side. I want that wealth. I'm meditating for love. I'm meditating for that. Make sure you do. Then they support what you have said. Okay. I started slow. I do the counting. When you just close your eyes and just enjoy this. You open your hands, because give me that. I don't want distractions. So you open your hands and be alone, man. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more on the breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh, the rain is so nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Babulise. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be comfortable in your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's go now. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. in, out, 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 in. Out. Ooh, let go. Breathe in. Breathe out. In, out, 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 in, out. You are relaxed. Breathe in. Your attention in your body. Don't leave your body. And out. Look at your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. See your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your full body in. Out. 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 In. Deeper. And out. This is the new you. Let's go. In. Out. 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 In. Woo! Excitement. Out. Getting there. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let go. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now this is our last one and the first one. Let's give it our all. Our all. Make sure we call in all our ancestors. 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 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 Remove your body. Love your body. Remove it though. Let it feel who you are. Open your body. It is the flower that you are. Let the body feel and connect with who you are. you are. Three, two, one. You can open your eyes. Djehuti. Djehuti. In your moments of doubt, go to the source. That's what you just did. Yeah? Meditation, make it your lifestyle. Make it your music. Make it your music. Dance with yourself. Most magic, it is that breathing it out. Give it your all. They run. It's out. That's where the magic is. Feel. Like do it like a circle. In, out, in, out, in, out. Sometimes you're like, the natural high. It's like, okay, in. That's you. But most they fall in love with it. Because now they're feeling everything, you're giving them a chance to plug in. Plug in. It's not about the physical now, it's the spirit. Lapse. Again, find a space. That's when Samo comes in. The body knows it's not about you. It's about my spirit. So that's why it's creating a sound. Because remember, as Mkhulu said, think in pictures, and it's so Samo. I say yes, oh, it's not my time. Let me shut up. Just like that, it's that second. Questions now for this media. I don't think it's not a secret in the media and communication. It's bigger than us. But mind the sit back and so questions for how was the meditation, Sila? I saw that. I even saw your head, just let it go. The best teachers again, it's our children. Teach your kids to meditate. They will teach you how to meditate. Because that's a fresh one. So teach your kids how to meditate and let them teach you how to meditate. Very good teachers. And Bonababama like this. They let go, literally. Literally, the younger ones, they literally just let go. So teach your daughter, your son, meditation, and okay, now teach me. You'll see the wonders. Questions for Mkhulu? This was Mkhulu today. I guess questions? Sima? Nothing. Yes.
I-platform ye-WhatsApp iboba active nini or isasebenzwa mhlawumbe salungisa le ndaba ye-unity kala before sizosebenza kule platform ye-WhatsApp ukuthi sikhulume yes Kemet chat senza sona nini siyaphi kanjalo.
Oh no, njengoba most of you ngithole ama-email with ama-link to i-Play Store, Google Play Store. So wonke umuntu beke lapha emthana can download because that's the least people. Babukredo ngenzalo into yona. Lapha eLeduza ne-village. Unkosinathi uthumele ama-email to bonke abantu ababhalisa. So yibo abantu esicela ukuthi bangene kuqala before we welcome other people. Mele singene kuqala so that we sort out in terms of our group leaders, because those are going to be our moderators. Yibo abantu abazo-coordinator. So once that is confirmed, abantu are happy with the people that we chose on that day, then it continues like that. Meaning Guti wonke ama-group now are talking about their kingdom. Tina yinto esidumela. You understand? Izinto ezinjalo, so that because it's common amongst all those people. Then within the bigger picture of unity, we use the Kemet chat to assist us to achieve unity, so that sikhona ukukhuluma what are the needs, yini the leyo kumele siyenze going to the future for us to achieve them. Manje asisayiyekeli ukuthi umlaba nje kuphela uyosishayela isiguli. Thola ukuthi usishaya nje asinto yakhe, usishaya nje ngoba bathi naba abantu besiguli. Do you understand? Yibo abantu who are responsible for isigubhu and nothing else. Abantu kunabantu aba responsible for uphahla. Kunabantu are responsible for imaging. Okumele bayiproduce la yini. Uthi nina nithumenge imaging. Ake sibone ukuthi nenzani. So sihlukene kanjalo. But all that is supposed to complement the bigger picture of uniting back to the source, the blackness. So masiloko si disjointed guy. The blackness is shaken, it's wobbling. Why? Because Tina, yithi senza this imbalance. Ukuhlukana kwabantu abamnyama ku affect the source, that blackness, that carbon. So Tina, we need to reflect that unity, because all the stars, more big, they are all over. But what unites them is that blackness, because they emerge from the blackness. So if blackness is that, even in Namakala, all colors are from blackness, all of them. Do you understand? Light is from blackness. Hey, they emerge from that blackness. So that is why again, Ilimpompo is important. Because Ilimpompo is the symbol of that emergence of light. Yingakho kuthiwa is the lotus ceremony. The lotus represents that emergence from the muddy waters, but remain pure, just like the sun. The sun's energy is pure. It's from the muddiness of the carbon, but that doesn't taint the purity of the hydrogen. So it's important to see siyohabula leyo hydrogen. It will be for the first time. Siyenza as a collective ukuya at a Capricorn monument. So besiqala so it means ukuthi we are all going to experience the same energy. Kuyashisa, yes. Ilanga melekshisa back. Ngoba ilanga is closest to us on the southern hemisphere. And silungisa ini the illusion of Christmas. Umuntu omnyama has got now something that resonates with nature in the southern hemisphere. As he said, this is west. Siyabayeka nalo mbhedo wabo Christmas. It's okay for them, but not for you. thina mele siyohabula the purest form of hydrogen to reinforce and fortify yourself because into ekwenzela ukuthi uqosha abathakayo mawuvela nje so fortified ile hydrogen bayabalele ilapho ungenawo ke umbuzo
So now you think it's a thinking thing, and I would like to say already that it was this opportunity to be a part of the greater part of Calender. And how I got introduced was through the dog killing Djehuti. So through this process of finding yourself with your spirituality and going back to your African ancestry, my question is obviously getting you still learning, well, unlearning and learning the new thing. So in terms of like eating, which are like more less processed foods and closer to plant-based, closer to nature. Just had a bit of a this week because of work purposes. I'm trying to stay away from pharmaceutical products or consuming things that are not aligned, with my spirit. So now I'm forced to do something that might be in contrast to what I'm trying to do, but for work purposes I have to do it. So it brings a lot of fear. I don't think I can mention it here because I don't want to be censored. But what I want to ask is, how do I mentally and spiritually prepare myself for something that I feel might be against me, but I'm forced to do it either way? How do I prepare myself mentally?
Yini le?
Uh,
28.
Yeah.
Oh, Nkosi yami. No, I know. A lot of people are in your position. You are forced to end. And the value, we will never know what is the long term. And there's this thing by nanotechnology. It means bafaka implant izinto lapha that cannot be detected by the naked eye. Igcina lento sokuyenye into la emzimbeni. This is what because remember there's this guy. Well, come back to what could be done. There's this guy David Icke. David Icke spoke about this thing a long time ago, and people said to David Icke, "Uyahlala." Now kuyenzeka manje. Washo ukuthi they are going to put chips in all of us, so that basi control. They'll control us basi America. Bebefuna sigwazane la. Press button. Sigwazane sonke la manje. Yabona? Sibe nje nolanga nje from nowhere. Manje Koko mina yazi wena Koko anginayo ile ntuza isolution. All I can say iphahlele ukuthi noma ingena whatever, and uyazi into abangarealize ukuthi thina singabantu abamnyama i-melanin yethu the carbon i-behavior ngenye indlela iyakhona ukudetector into that has a long-term effect kuwe bese-ke slowly iyayidestroy. So when njengoba uyithatha, remember ukuthi yonke into is controlled, meaning ukuthi i-power is in the subconscious mind. Meaning ukuthi mawungahlala nje wena meditate, just see this thing dissolving. If iwumshini or whatever, just see it dissolving and it break up into pieces and out of your system. Otherwise abelungu abedala basiqala. if ngabe bokuya ngabo, if it was their way, they could have finished black people a long time ago. But in nature, refuses. Namanje, they will still fail. Remember, Guti, the reason why they are on this trajectory is because the environment no longer supports them naturally. So, bafunu kuhamba nathi. Uthi abahambi siyaphela, and mawungaphela ama-stats kuthiwa i-growth in terms of birth ebalungwini, yes, is decreasing. Do you understand? Yebo, bayaminuseka. By nature, see, asibaloyi environment, just like the environment that sustained dinosaurs, that sustained giants that were there before us, is no longer there. So yiyo le environment yingakho abo Elon by man. They think they will find a better environment there. Do you understand? They're spending all these billions to go and explore what is the next home for them. Without realizing as much as they lack the melanin, more. So what's the point to colonize Mars? Hey, vumela makumele renew. Mhlawumbe uzobuya une-melanin. You never know because usuka umzali wako is a melanated parent. So ungenzeka umvele nqa ngathi this time siyakubooster. Ufana nathi so they must fear. Yingakho manje lama billion abawuspenda bayofuna ukuyocolonize Mars. These are the same billions they should spend to assist abantu abahluphekayo emhlabeni. Then they'll be humbled. Nezulu ngabaxolele. Nizano nezubuhle. I will purify the environment. Mele babuza usegment la. Ukuthi kupurify kanjani. So that the environment is able to support them. But Koko Mina, I know ukuthi the power of the subconscious mind can bring down a mountain. So don't be scared. Especially Mawushoguti, learn to yoyenza because you are forced. When I challenge meditate, just see it all the time. Like it dissolve into smaller particles as is from your body. Chokos and actually kuthiwa manje urama COVID. Utingeke sangene emashopu. It's grand. Majority yethu sihlupha. It means ukuthi manje sisethe abokwethu. Lapho sizoba free khona. The minute basistopa ukuthi siyele sizovuleka la emakhaya. Okwamanje safuna ukubancane. Manje ngihlabile mina. Uhlabile? Wena uyayithanda vele. Uhlabe vele ngokuyithanda wena Djehuti. Ngiyazolala. Thokoza mina ngiyabonga mfana. Ngibonga i-commitment yenu. Ngibonga i-commitment yenu ukuthi kunzima kunjani because akukho lula la. Iningi lethu sidonsa kanzima. Sidonsa ngegere lephakathi. But manje, I love the conquering spirit that we have. Ukuthi nayi le ndaba meliwe. Sizoyincibilikisa kancane izibe bese ke siya purify. Sifake into the system again.
Guys, next 13-hour program, meaning there's all of us that are going. I have to do some entertainment. So start writing your poem. Start.
Celebration.
We're starting at 5:30. We're finishing the next day at 6:30. Some labs. You need to give us a solo drum.
How is a guitar?
No, I guitar. As I'm saying, it's 13 hours. And it's all us.
Hey, poetry, ufuna speech, unespeech, ufuna ukusinikeza sona. As long as nje sakha singabhidlisi ushaka.
Okay, you have to give us your name and whatever at least by next week Sunday.
No, sure.
With Mina, I'm performing and my time is 7 to 8 so that we can start finalizing in the program. Oh, Thokozani, I know how much was as of an hour. But you know that's solstice, now I'm gonna need a backup system and something. About 3, 4. The tongue, man, they're never aligned to the mind. So now I'm gonna need someone to back me up just a bit. I mean, try the pause.
No, but ngicela ukusho lo akulala makhethe. Ngoba the minute ulala.
Noted in good.
Uyabona lento the blessing azanazo ulenduza wehethi unepted zizokudlula. Ngoba zifuna ube conscious. And remember ukuthi le story sokuthi balindela ngamalambo abo. So now at that hour, that moment, mele lo mlilo ngaphakathi uvuthe ngempela. So that mawuhlangana nale hydrogen mayivele ekseni ikuthola ukuthi vele ume. And remember ukuthi umoya uconscious. Umoya uconscious ngendlela ukuthi ubona yonke into. Ubona yonke into. Wena ungasifihla nje kule sasihlahla. Umoya wabona hayi ngisayifihla. Hayi ubhekile mawutha. How just one day nje. Huh? So asisacrifice any if yikho ngithi celebration. Ayikho stave. So shaya isigubhu babene poets abana lokhu bana lokhu kube mnandi nje
Storytelling.
Izosicoordinator lokho.
Yeah. So Mkhulu uzakubela nawe.
Djehuti. Mkhulu. Ngithanda ukubonga nje. Anginambuzo anginanethi, mara ngithanda ukubonga. Mara khona umbuzo nyana. Angisho manje kufanele ube indlela obengiyizwe. Phela mawuthi uthi. Mkhulu, ngothi thina abanye sibuya kule ndawo ezibeka ngalena. Ngifuna ukwazi iprocedure ukuthi okay, if ngifuna ukuya khona eLimpopo. Limpopo ngisho.
Yebo.
Ipilasbeka ngisho.
Wow.
Ipulukwana. Ipulukwana ngisho.
Ipulukwana ne.
Limpopo.
Yes.
Ngikuzisa ukuthi okay, ngothi thina hlala ngalena be edit ton. Si contribute kanjani ukuthi noma singazanga abanye ufinyelela ukuthi please si contribute. Senza kanjani? Oh nangu gogo. Umtankiso. Umtankiso nangu uzokunikeza ama details
Abathengisi.
kanjani.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so it's like that.
How to tell it?
All right.
Alright, you're cool. It's in Babylon, I didn't talk to Belanga. When cool.
Mina Mkhulu nginembuzo kahle futhi yabona ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi Mkhulu njengoba busho ukuthi in terms of media if you've got one leg this side and one leg that other side Mkhulu sisolva kanjani maybe ukuthi you are already a media person and njengoba wena uMagaiva couldn't sustain that whole media platform or ukuthi after that whole misconcept ukuthi akhulume ngabo mama kanje bam sideline instead of yena akhulume ngemi for how do we then ourselves how do we find ourselves in that very same scenario ukuthi we don't get misled or misguided but in the very same companies that we are under how do we then speak about black consciousness how do we conjure this thing that cannot be conjured.
Oh, it all depends on the motivation, why you are doing something. If your motivation is to make money, then you won't be able to fulfill, that vision that you have of rebuilding the black nation. But if when intention is to assist abantu abamnyama, imali will follow. Do you understand? Yenza nje lento yenzayo, it doesn't matter ukuthi ithathe isikhathi esingakanani. And in the interim, ukulamba nekulamba as long as usapha. Do you understand that? Imali izokulandela. Ungayi wena kulento with the intention ukuthi ngifuna imali. Because mawuya kanjani uzothola all people abazoku steer away from your vision. Ukuthi vision yami kahle kahle mina bengifuna ukuyangana yapha ilungu because bafaka imali bathi hayi thina we can only support when we are trashing black people, but if you are rebuilding them ukurebuild it takes time. But njengoba ngisho if yinto oyenzayo already, do you understand, yinto ophila ngayo, let's say you are working somewhere that you have no control of. Yenze ezumsebenzi. Do you understand? Nyazi guilty zoba khona. When you have to produce something which speaks negatively ngomuntu omnyama, uzoba guilty. Do you understand? But manje zama indlela wena ukuthi uzibeke in a position ukuthi you can influence some of those things. Do you understand? And then nakhona zathi use umsebenzi wakho as a way of sustaining yourself whilst you are building your own thing. Do you understand? Ungazitsheli ukuthi uzofela la. Because ayikho option abantwana mele bazi. Do you understand? Abantwana there's so many of us esenza izinto that are contributing towards a perpetuation of colonization of our mind. You understand? But we have no other option but to do it. You understand? But you encourage abantu, you must set up your own shop. Lapho nobody can dictate to you. Yingakho ke sikuguzela le unit, because the unit is going to liberate people from such conditions and from such prisons. Because if we are a media person, ukuthi inkulumo okumele ngipromote for black people ile. Do you understand? There won't be a reason for you to compromise, because ma compromise so uphumile kule jele labelungu. Nathi sizokuwa ngendlela ukuthi kahle kahle yini agenda yakho. Uyayibona leyo. Okwamanje siya understand sonke white Western culture pays the bill until we are liberated fully, where we no longer depend on white people. Then it will be a difference. Okwamanje there's no way ukuthi siloko siyatheka abantu while sebenza 702 uyayibona njani. How do we do that if we can't say Pume 702 ngena nakho lapha? Let's understand that you are in a transition. So
and then with this last one, Mkhulu, in terms of medicinal purposes, sibabonisa kanjani sibahambisa kanjani abantu the right medicine lephethe abalungu instead of thina ngoba thina basinikeza amapilisi like pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer,
which right medicine?
the right medicine Mkhulu, like is ezigayiwayo.
Oh no. Leo mele sikhulume without fear.
Without fear.
Leo mele sikhulume without fear.
So
Ukuthi mina, what has protected? Remember ukuthi there's been so many viruses. There's been so many illnesses ezi-attack abantu la on the continent. This is not the first one. Bokukhona nje ubhubhane bokukhona. Bokuthi mawukhwehlela yikho bathi bless you. One question and you want to bless you. Ngoba bebazi ukuthi yakhona. You understand? But we survive. You understand the level? So mele sikhulume ngazo omhlonyana lokhu konke lokho esikwazile. And we must be proud about abo cancer bush la. Do you understand? Indlovukazi khona la. Yiyo kumele sikonsult. Nabanye ke abazi imithi. Do you understand? Siyayazi imithi thina but manje focus yethu ayisekho lapho. Indlovukazi seziyazi ukuthi muthaka lokhu nalokhu. This is the result here. Mina ngisayenza on a daily basis. You understand? So it's important to contact indlovukazi nabo bonke who are active in terms of herbal layer. But lapho we must be very sure and singayisabi. Don't be afraid to phuma lapha kumida uthi hayi ngizomtshela kahle you need to study lento yabo ukuthi yini. Then ustudy nje lokho kwethu ukuthi ikhambi thina esiphethene nalo to deal with this thing yile. Ngoba remember ukuthi injustice yenza bo Rama COVID bayenza ukuthi baletha wonke lama vaccines la. Baletha ama vaccines without consulting us siyinyanga. Ukuthi how can we deal nalesifo lesi? Bakholelwa belungwini before bakholelwa ku nature. Umuntu udalwe nature. Ungangitsheli ke manje ukuthi nature won't be able to heal us. Kanjani? Isibhedlela sethu nature. We have everything that we want. It's just that abelungu nabo Rama COVID bavala amehlo. They don't want to hear anything. Mawukhuluma ngenyanga. But no, that is backwardness. Barbarism. Sifuna lokho mlungu. Uyoyenzani ke manje lo mqondo njalo file. But lo mqondo wepresident it means nawe ke unenkinga ngoba uwamvotela lo muntu ke.
Can ask him privately.
Asifundisa indlovukazi. Yazi ngibona nje ngithanda indlovukazi. Bakashele siyabonga kakhulu indlovukazi.
Hopefully you enjoy it. Siyabuya xa sibona indlovukazi. Uzayivala nemkhulu. Yeah, you're the last one. Mkhulu sesekhona. Let's ask you. Again, what are we eating before? I think we need to sort out that.
Yeah. I'll be the first one.
Oh, you
And please, sit in number 8, please.
Let's sort out what we're eating. I think today we'll have the weather is cold, so that's, I don't know. But let's sort out in the meantime what we're eating. So Mkhulu, without disturbing, Mkhulu, that's your last question.
Sure.
In my bag.
bengicela ukwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe thina singaba khona kanjani ngomoya siyini esingayenza sinekhosi sikwazi ukuthi silumelele physically. No, iyazi mina bengithi especially ikhathi zokuphatha bengingaphatha nani ya lokho kunye kwamagitari whatever ningakunani nigade nje ikhathi zokuphatha besiphatha ngo-6 ntambama nibe khona besiphatha ngo-12 nibe khona besiphatha ekuseni futhi nibe khona beningalandela nje umphatho sizobala sithokozile abathi ngiyazi ukuthi awunenjobukazi ngiyazi mina ngabe beningahambi benizoba khona and i-energy yenu siyayidinga ngoba ukuba khona kwenu it completes the picture. Siyabonga. Okay, spook. About spook. Oh,
All right. Okay, so what am I forgetting? Papa is an uncle.
Sure, I'm going to bless. Oh.
But we will be live. I'm sure there's Wi-Fi there. I mean, whatever network, and it's we will be live. Definitely, definitely be live. We will just look out on our socials, and we will announce the time we are going to depart. Because remember, we're going to go there, set up, and we're starting in the evening. So we'll leave very early. Uluban is a bit more. So, yeah, bye all viewers. We love you. We'll keep in touch with you. So that we still need to announce more. What time are we leaving? Yeah. And then